Hi, in this video I will close my series on how to meditate with an explanation of the fundamentals of meditation practice, the things which it's necessary to keep in mind during the time we practice, to ensure that our practice is correct and that our practice will indeed bring fruit. The four fundamentals of meditation practice as described in this series of videos are 1. The present moment, and 2. Continuity, 3. The acknowledgement, the clear thought, and 4. Balancing the mental faculties. These four fundamentals are necessary parts of the meditation practice, so it's not enough that we simply do the prostration, we do the walking, we do the sitting, and expect somehow to become free from suffering or free from the unpleasant, stressful condition which exists inside of ourselves. The first one, the present moment, means that at the time that we practice, we have to have presence. We have to be here and be now. We can't be acknowledging after the fact or acknowledging before the fact. So when we walk, or when we do the prostration, or when we sit, we have to acknowledge as it happens. So when the belly rises, we have to say to ourselves as it rises, rising, and when it falls, we have to say to ourselves, falling as it falls. Whether we're doing prostration, doing walking, or doing sitting, we have to keep our mind in the present moment and acknowledge as the object appears, as the object occurs in front of us. This is the first fundamental. The second fundamental is that we practice continuously. So it's not enough to say that in the morning we're going to do 10 minutes mindful prostration, then 10 minutes walking, 10 minutes sitting, and in the evening at night we're going to do the same. But during the day we're not going to be mindful. Now, for this technique to work, this has to be a basis for our life. Our life has to be a continuous series of creating clear thought about the situation. So when we meet with situations in our daily life, when people getting upset at us, or people saying things which make us upset, that we're able to say to ourselves, upset, upset, or simply hearing, hearing, hearing. We have to practice continuously. But most important is during the time we're practicing that it is also continuous. So when we do the mindful prostration, we're continuously mindful of the movement of the hands. When we finish that, we go right away to do the walking meditation. Walking meditation should be done maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Sitting meditation also 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Have them equal, but have them connected. So continuity means that after we do the prostration, we do the walking. After we do the walking, we do the sitting. If we want to continue, we can do walking, sitting, continuously if we have time. But during the time from the time when we start to the time that we finish, we are continuously mindful. This is another important foundation. And another part of this is, as I mentioned, in daily life. We have to be mindful during the time that we're not practicing, for it to be truly fruitful and truly have an impact on our lives. This is number 2. Number 3, we have to create the clear thought. So it's not enough for us to use the word as a mantra, as though it were Om, or as though it were Buddha, Buddha, or Allah, Allah, or Jesus, as we use these words as mantras to make ourselves peaceful and calm. This meditation, the purpose is not simply to make the mind peaceful and calm. The purpose is to see clearly the causes and conditions which are creating suffering inside. And it can be very unpleasant to face. But it requires this clear thought. We can't simply say to ourselves, rising, falling, and not be aware of the rising and falling. We need three parts to the clear thought. 1, we need to have the effort. We need to put energy into it, put effort into sending the mind out to the object again and again and again and again. Not simply saying rising, falling at the mouth, but not actually watching the stomach. Or saying it in the mind, but not with the mind down in the stomach. When we do mindful prostration, our mind should be with the hand. When we walk, our mind should be with the foot. When we sit, our mind should be with the rising and the falling, and so on. So those are the first part is we need effort. The second part is we need to focus. We need to know the rising and the falling, know the object of our attention. Once we have the effort to put the mind there, we have to know from the beginning to the end. And from the beginning to the end, know this is rising, know this is falling. And the third part is that we need to actually say the word. And we have to, not with the mouth say the word, but with the mind say the word. Our mind should be in the stomach, and we should be saying at the stomach, rising in our mind, falling, rising, falling. These three together mean making a clear thought. 1, effort. 2, knowing the object. And 3, making the acknowledgement, saying to ourselves, creating the clear thought, like a mantra. This is the third fundamental. The fourth fundamental in meditation practice is that we balance our mental faculties. Now, according to the teaching, which is a foundation for this meditation practice, all people in the world have 5 mental faculties. But because they're not balanced correctly, it leads us to fall into all sorts of hindrances in our lives, that we meet with all sorts of obstacles in our own minds. Obstacles like greed or craving, doubt, distraction, drowsiness, and so on. But when we are able to practice using mindfulness to balance these out, when we use the clear thought to balance out our mental faculties, they will gain a power which is able to overcome stress, overcome worry, overcome fear, overcome depression, is able to overcome even anger and greed, so that we're able to do away with our addictions and do away with our frustration. The 5 mental faculties are faith, or confidence, effort, mindfulness, concentration, and wisdom. And they balance together as follows. Confidence and wisdom have to balance together. If one has too much confidence, or lots of confidence but not a lot of wisdom, it leads one to be greedy, believing that whatever one wants, one should go for, one should take. And this leads to greed. If there's good, strong wisdom but weak confidence, this leads to doubt. So we may know a lot but still doubt the things that we know. If we have effort and concentration have to balance each other. If we have strong effort but weak concentration, well, we tend to become distracted in the mind. If we have strong concentration but weak effort, we'll tend to become drowsy or lazy. And mindfulness, the 5th faculty, is the one which balances the others out. When these are balanced, they gain a power. They become one, and they have a power to cut off all sorts of unwholesome, unpleasant states, so that our minds are able to feel peaceful and calm all the time, so that we're able to live our lives rationally and maturely and with wisdom. If we can put together these 4 foundations or 4 fundamentals of meditation practice in the practice according to as I've described in the other videos, then surely through time, over time, we'll be able to do away with all sorts of unpleasant, stressful, suffering states of being. And that's all for now. I wish you all the best, and may the meditation practice bring you fruit and bring you happiness and peace in your life. Thank you.